Hello, my name is Tiara, and I have conducted an experiment on minerals, and I did that to see how much salt is needed for our bodies to function. And so with that, I have measured out 3 different measurements of salt in cups. And so I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt in this cup, which is 500 milligrams. 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is 2,400 milligrams. 3 teaspoons of salt, which is 6,000 milligrams. The 1/4 teaspoon, which is the 500 milligram, that is the adequate intake of sodium. The 1 1/4 teaspoon which is the 2,400 milligram, is considered an upper limit of sodium. And the 3 teaspoon, which is 6,000 milligrams, is the typical amount of daily intake most people consume. And so I looked up a particular lunch meal that most people consume, and I've gathered the information about how much sodium that they contain, and I'm going to compare them to the measurements that I have here. So I have Lay's potato chips. Lay's potato chips contain 330 milligrams of sodium. 1 slice of bologna is 254 milligrams of sodium. 2 slices of white bread is 294 milligrams of sodium. And Campbell's tomato soup is 480 milligrams of sodium. Now, if we consume all of this at lunch, then our sodium intake would be 1,358 milligrams. We want to consume 500 milligrams in a day. So I compared those milligrams of sodium to the adequate amount that was needed daily, which is 500 milligrams. And I found out that the amount of sodium was 858 milligrams more than the adequate amount needed daily. When comparing it to the upper limit amount, the 1,358 milligrams, when I compared that to the upper limit amount, I found out that the amount of sodium was 1,042 milligrams less than the upper limit amount. The upper limit amount was 2,400 milligrams. And also, when I compared it to the typical amount that was used on a daily basis by most people, which is 6,000 milligrams, I compared that, and I got the amount that I have of sodium would be 4,642 milligrams less than the typical amount. But just think about if you was consuming that in a daily on a daily basis. That's just at lunch. But if you're consuming more sodium around breakfast and dinner time, and also in between snacks, you're not eating the right proper meals, then you're actually consuming a whole lot more sodium than just this one meal. So you want to make sure that you're not consuming a lot of sodium throughout your day. So you want to try to stay close to 500, which is the adequate daily amount that was needed as possible, because you can start having a whole lot of health problems whenever you do not watch your sodium intake. Thank you.